Boss battles aplenty, tear through dynamic encounters with Clive N Wrench. I know some of you are clamouring for the release date of Clive N Wrench. Unfortunately, we don't have this yet, as we are still giving the game the development time it deserves. But we do have more exciting updates from development and plan to give you more of these over the coming months. Please be patient, we believe the wait will be worth it. Boss battles are a huge part of the worlds that make up this 3D platform game, so today we wanted to put the focus on a few of these threats that stand in front of our rabbit and monkey duo. Drew the Ripper is the first boss you'll encounter. He's an Australian kangaroo living in Victorian London, wanted for suppressing the spread of his own negative press and vandalising newspapers. His presence is felt throughout the Great Wen, with posters adorning the walls of its rainy streets. Drew is recruited by Dr Daucus with the hope that his skill with throwing scissors and hiding nefarious deeds may stop Clive N Wrench in their tracks. He also possesses the poker chip artifact, which is the key to unlocking the next time period. His fight itself takes place a little later in the year upon the frozen surface of the River Thames during a snowstorm. His attack patterns evolve from simply throwing scissors at Clive N Wrench to breaking away parts of the ice beneath them and eventually spinning up some ever-present boomerang scissors that orbit the entire boss arena. In order to beat him, Clive N Wrench must lure him into cutting the ropes that suspend the anchor dangling above his head in order to quite literally knock him off his perch. Annie Oaktree is a sheep-rustling squirrel who makes her home in the Wild West. Her plan is to change the train route for the annual Sheriff's Tour and plunge all of Marstown's lawmen into a ravine, finally putting an end to her difficulties. That is until Clive N Wrench happen to appear on the roof of said train. The fight itself is less of a one-on-one affair and more a scramble to stop Clive N Wrench from reaching the engine and pulling the brake. Of course, Annie isn't going to make that easy. She uses her rustled sheep as projectiles to try and knock the duo off the roof, and if that wasn't challenging enough, the gunslingers tasked with protecting the lawmen have got the wrong end of the stick and are after stopping Clive N Wrench as well. All you have to do is get to the front of the train before it careens into a canyon, dodging sheeps, bullets, cowboys, overhead signs and Dr Daucus's imps. Oh, and not fall in between the cars or into the hot coals as well. Sounds easy, right? Captain Bluebeard is a pun-slinging baboon, scourge of the seas and tamer of the Kraken. He is the self-appointed owner of Corsair's Cove and can regularly be found bawling in the local pub, the Salty Snail. The captain's battle sees Clive N Wrench materialise and fall directly into one of his cannons, only to then be blasted away. Our duo then find themselves reunited with Denise Flint Loxley, a fox that they spring from Bluebeard's prison tower within the level Corsair's Cove. She informs them that she and her newly acquired crew have secretly rigged Bluebeard with TNT, but unfortunately have been unable to reach the detonator without the Kraken making short work of them. Cue Clive N Wrench having to find their way through a devious gauntlet full of traps, enemies and tricky obstacles. One misstep can easily result in them plunging into the murky depths below and becoming the Kraken's latest snack. It's definitely worth treading carefully here. Clive N Wrench is full of characters and many more boss battles like these. Keep an eye on our channels throughout the year to find out more about this varied platforming, time-travelling adventure. Let us know if there are any other things you'd like to know about the game in the comments section.